The film opens with Noah waking up after a one-night stand. He finds a bunch of unanswered texts and calls from his best friend group, as they are set to take off for their annual holiday weekend to Fire Island. Noah makes it to a ship where he joins his sisters, Keegan, Luke, Max, and Howie, who has the closest bond with Noah. The guys arrive at the island where they meet with their mother figure, Erin, whose house they stay at all the time. After unpacking, Noah and Howie have beers and share a joint as they talk about where they are now in life, and how Howie hasn't been around since getting a better job. The guys make it their goal to get laid while they are there. Not long after, Max accidentally shoves Noah and causes him to drop his phone in the pool. After putting it in rice, Erin admits to the guys that she is broke and that this will be the last year that they can spend the summer at that house, but they all are determined to make the most out of this holiday. The group goes out to dance with other island visitors. Howie is checked out by a doctor named Charlie, while Noah's attention is caught by a lawyer named Will. Before Noah can talk to Will, another guy tries hitting on Noah, prompting Will to walk away. Charlie and his friends start to leave, so Howie's friends push him to stage a meet-cute. It works, and Charlie chats up Howie as they and their friends watch the sunset. While Charlie and Howie get along, Noah puts his foot in his mouth when he makes a comment about lawyers and finds out Will is one. Charlie then invites the guys to a party at the house he and his friends are staying at later that night. The group shows up for the party, where they are surprised at how big the house is. They also stand out as seeming like the trashiest bunch compared to the wealthier crowd at the party. Charlie's snooty friend Braden greets them, but Charlie comes to be more hospitable to the guys. Howie talks to Charlie, but Charlie later notes to Will that Howie hasn't asked Charlie what his interests are. Noah overhears the conversation since he was using their bathroom, and he hears Will refer to him as annoying. The guys have to leave after Keegan and Luke get too drunk and rowdy, and Luke vomits into an urn in front of everyone. The next morning, Noah notices Howie stayed at Charlie and Will's house, thinking he might have hooked up with Charlie. He goes over to the house and just finds Howie passed out in the bathtub because he was very drunk. Noah and Howie then invite Charlie and his friends to their house later that night for dinner. Despite Erin not being thrilled about having to cook and entertain guests, she sends the guys out for groceries. There, they meet a guy named Dex, who hits it off with Noah and his friends. When they find out that Will knows Dex, Noah invites Dex to the house as well. During the dinner party, Noah and Will continue to act standoffish toward each other. Noah and Dex talk about how Will thinks he's better than most people because he comes from money, and he also looks down on Dex for making an OnlyFans page. Noah and Dex start to kiss before they are interrupted. When everyone is gathered for dinner, Charlie tells the guys that they are unlike anyone he has met before. Howie spends more time with Charlie and they eventually kiss. The guys do drugs and later go to an underwear party, where Noah is told by Charlie's friend Cooper that Charlie brought Will along so that they could hook up, seemingly to get in Noah's head due to an obvious attraction between him and Will. Noah finds Dex, and they go to hook up, but just as Noah starts to go down on Dex, he sees Will in the corner looking uncomfortable. Noah jumps up too fast and accidentally slams his head into Dex's nose, causing it to bleed. As Dex goes to the bathroom, Will pulls Noah aside and tells him that Dex is not who he pretends to be. The guys also spot Charlie kissing his ex, Chad, whom Cooper says was flown in for Charlie. This leaves Howie feeling depressed. Noah's friends end up leaving on a water taxi to go to another party, leaving him to walk home alone with Will as it starts raining. They continue arguing over Noah's perception of Will as being a snob, leading to Noah falling into the mud. Will helps him up and nearly kisses Noah, but he pulls back from Will because he thinks they don't like each other. Will explains that part of his behavior comes from the fact that he thinks people take advantage of Charlie's kindness and Will doesn't want to see him get hurt. Noah manages to find Howie, but they just end up getting into an argument because Howie isn't enjoying the trip the way that Noah thought he would. Noah goes back to the house and feels like he messed up. Noah is woken up the next day by Aaron, Keegan, and Max as they deliver him a letter written and left by Will. He explains himself further and apologizes for the impression he gave off, and says that Dex hurt someone close to Will, which is why he doesn't trust him and was warning Noah about him. After he reads the letter, he sees Charlie has come over to talk to Howie. Charlie leaves, and Howie throws himself into the pool. He explains to the group that Charlie was told that Chad has Lyme disease and he wants to be there for Chad, so he will be leaving the island sooner than expected. Noah goes to a drag bar where he runs into Will. He shows Noah Dex's Instagram profile, showing that he posts a lot of sexy pics with activism tags, Black Lives Matter and Stop Asian Hate, to get attention. Noah and Will talk more, and Will ends up getting on the stage to dance. The two continue to hang out into the morning. Later on, the group goes to another spot where Howie does karaoke. Things take a downward turn when Aaron receives a video of Luke having sex with Dex being posted online. Noah prepares to confront Dex but gets help from Will, who uses his lawyer skills to convince Dex that he will serve jail time if he doesn't remove the video since it was posted without Luke's consent. Dex agrees. Noah is impressed and walks along the beach with Will. The spark between them becomes clearer. The next day, Howie tells Noah he is leaving because, despite his denial, he cannot get over seeing Charlie with Chad. Noah runs to Charlie's house to tell him what the deal is, as Charlie acknowledges that he and Howie like each other the same way. With the help of Noah's friends, the group hijacks a water taxi to catch up to Howie since his boat already left. Charlie manages to catch up to him and express his feelings to Howie, leading them to kiss again. The group goes to watch the sunset again. Noah and Will dance together and finally kiss. The friends run over to cheer them on. The film is a modern retelling of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. A group of friends, Noah, Howie, Luke, Keegan, and Max, travel to Fire Island for their annual summer holiday trip, where they stay at the home of their maternal figure Aaron. This will be their last summer there because Aaron can no longer afford to keep the summer house. While initially hoping to get laid, Howie develops a mutual attraction to a doctor named James, while Noah meets a lawyer named Will. Despite the initial tensions between the two, mostly because Noah perceives Will as thinking he is better than everyone else, an attraction forms between them. Charlie's friend Cooper tries to drive a wedge between everyone by telling Noah that Charlie is arranging for Will to be Cooper's starter boyfriend, as well as having flown in Charlie's ex Chad, who tries to win Charlie back by saying that he has Lyme disease. Another guy named Dex, who has a history with Will, causes problems after he has sex with Luke and posts a video on the internet. Noah and Will force Dex to take it down, leading to them growing closer. Howie leaves the island because he is too upset about Charlie and Chad. Noah runs to get Charlie, who truly does care for Howie, and their friends help them hijack a water taxi to catch up to Howie, so that Charlie can express his feelings and they get together. The group watches the sunset together one last time. Noah and Will dance together and kiss while their friends cheer them on.